It's June 18th, 2023. This is the side yard. First year I've had sunflowers here. I'm trying to find somewhere that the deer won't eat them. I don't really make it back up in here, so these guys get pretty big and they're towards the back of the garden. You know, they tend to lean over. You can even see down here they're leaning, right? They're not standing straight. So I try to cut these off just so it's not so heavy this way. You know, cut these leaves off on the side they're leaning, and they seem to do a lot better. But yeah, they're looking pretty good. This is the garden this year. I see a few butterflies hanging out in the garden right now. That's what this is for. A couple artichokes left. I'm about to pull those out. And then my cover crop got out of control this year. My cover crop is supposed to be artichokes, but they didn't do well this year. So you can see there's horse herb everywhere. So I got to let my cover crops come in here and take out the horse herb. I'm going to plant some black-eyed peas, or I've already got some black-eyed peas. I've got some squash over here. Got some New Zealand spinach coming in over here, and some passion vine too. So I've got a menagerie of edibles in here. Right here we have basil and stevia and some mums. Still not sure what I'm going to do with those mums, but I need to do something. Sweet almond verbena. I think those are going to go right here. I think I'm pulling all that out. I think I'm done with that and just do the sweet almond verbena. A little bit more. Some Mexican willows. Got from Ryan Woodward. Pretty excited to take those to Houston. Plant those in a little triangle. They're pretty open, so plant those in a triangle and grow them together. Garlic chives over here. So I planted garlic chives in areas where deer sleep. This is where deer used to sleep, literally right here in my side yard. So I planted a bunch of garlic chives over here, and they don't sleep here anymore. Purple heart over here. This is my deer indicator. They eat this regularly. So if they come over here and this has been eaten, or if I notice that this has been eaten, I know that they've been here, like right here. You can see it's been eaten on the top. So I know that they've been here. This old persimmon is pretty cool. I got a little brace there. So this brace is from a previous persimmon tree that fell down, and I just put that brace up hoping that it would help stabilize this tree. And the good thing is, when I first put it down there, it wasn't really leaning into the brace, but it is now, which lets me know that the brace is the only thing holding this up. If it's not for the brace, this tree's falling down. All right, this is the back side of it. This is my favorite Texas sage, leucophyllum. See, I'm layering some right there, growing next year's Texas sages. I got a bunch of pots right there. And this one is El Dorado Texas sage. Very silvery, almost white. Really like that. It's very hard to find a white. This is butterfly heroine. This is Greg's Mistflower. Everybody loves this one. All the butterflies. You see 3 or 4 different kinds of butterflies on here right now. Monarchs and queens and something else. Skipper, I think. Anacostia orchid. This thing is a beast. It's getting big. I'm really liking it. I think it's almost full size. This is its 5th year, and it's not getting much bigger. It does seem to be getting a little bit wider, but not much bigger. And this is great. This is what I wanted. I wanted a screen, and it's definitely screening. We've got a bunch of canna lilies right here, and I just need to pick the garden so the cannas can come through. That's it. But a bunch of cannas right here. Cannas in the back. So this little thing here, Zmexinia or something like that, is never really fully in bloom, but always constantly in bloom. This is the biggest one I've ever seen. It's so big, it's almost bigger than my Texas sage. It's taken over the Rio Bravo Texas sage over there, which is pretty impressive. So I'm not really sure what to do, if I should pull it out, or that's one plant, and it's huge. They don't get that big. But you know what I did is I planted it right next to the road, and underneath this road there's a bunch of road base and rocks, and I think it's just loving it. He loves those road base and rocks. Sensitive briar, one of my favorites. If you've seen any of my other videos, you notice this flower. It's a really cool looking puffball, and the leaves move. These leaves move when you touch them. It's really cool. There's that leaf. Let's see if we can get it to move. And you'll notice that the leaf is closing. And that leaf I just touched right there. It's closing, look. Let's just touch a whole bunch of them. And you can watch them close up there. It's an old acacia, ancient plant. You'll notice the leaves don't look the same anymore. That's a closed leaf, and that's an open leaf. Pretty cool. So native lantanas here. These are tough as nails, and I love the way that they play with the mealy blue sage. The mealy blue sage I planted over here, planted these from seed, and they do look slightly different than the ones I have from the Pegasus River Valley. I do have some of these from the Pegasus River Valley, and they're slightly different. Granted, they're in Houston, but the stems seem to be a little bit bigger. The leaves seem to be a little bit, I don't know, more transparent, I guess is the way to put it. But I just love the way this plays together. It looks like a sunset. I mean, it really does. You've got all the colors of a sunset over here, especially a sunset over water. Blue sky, red sky, orange sky. Really like the way this plays together. And then Zexminia, sensitive briar, just really like that. Over here I've got some special esperanzas. These are red esperanzas. They're like fire esperanzas, and they don't bloom like the other ones. When they do bloom is for about 1 month out of the year, and nothing else is in bloom except for these guys. So I have 3, 4 of them here. I've got one back here, but I don't see it coming. Oh, there it is. One back here, and then a bunch over here. So yeah. Horcanus over here, another focal point for the garden. And you can see a bumblebee. There's a bumblebee on the mealy blue sage right there. Yeah, pretty cool. There's that. Well, this is a slightly different version, but there's that red Esperanza. It's not my favorite. It's orange, yellow, it's small. I'm not a huge fan of the blooms, gotta be honest. It is the only thing in bloom for a little while out of the year, so why not? Mexican feathergrass is doing super well over here. Can't believe how well it's doing. These are transplants. I went to a doctor's office and they were mowing these. These were, 2 inches tall, just a whole bunch of them. They were just being mowed. So I went over there after rain and just pulled them up out of the ground and came and stuck them over here. And they look beautiful. Looks like I got some Genesis worms. Is that what they are? I can never remember what these things are called. Yeah, I got some worm activity over here, trying to eat the blooms off my mountain laurel. Man, you can go get out of here. Lots of worms over here. And this is a pretty wormy tree. Every year it gets worms on it. Fig. Man, this fig is 5 years old. This fig is supposed to be dominant right now. Like, it's supposed to be huge, 15 feet tall and everything. But the utility company cut it down. So now I might not get but like 5 figs this year. Pretty excited about all that stuff. And here's the figs. I mean, I got a few of them. One branch. They left one branch. So really excited about all that. This is a Texas everbearing fig. I haven't had any figs yet from this. It's been 5 years. Those guys cut it. So more artichokes. These artichokes are not going to be here next year. This is going to be a milkweed garden. I need a milkweed garden, and I need one away from people and one where there's not a lot of traffic and cars. And I think this is it right here. I think this is the perfect spot for a milkweed garden. There you go. That's what this yard is for right here. It's for the pollinators. Chilling out on lantana over there. I can't tell what kind that is. It's not a monarch. Yeah, pretty cool. This is a Mystic Spires sage. I used to have this all over my yard, but it doesn't live very long in full sun. So, got it over here, and it seems to really like it here. So that's the side yard. Everything's kind of coming along pretty good. Still a few things to do over here, but it's really coming on. Man, this was all grass when I moved in. Just as a reminder, all grass. There's a lot of work doing this. Managed to get it done though, and it looks really good.